We talk now about shopping online in the safety of your own home, or do you want to brave the crowds at the local mall? It's the eternal question that many consumers ask themselves on an almost daily basis. Well, the best of both worlds could be in the palm of your hand because of a brand new mobile app from Aisle Buyer that makes waiting in line and paying for purchases at the checkout counter, at least in theory, a thing of the past. Details now from the CEO of that company, Andrew Paradise. Welcome to Power Lunch, Mr. Paradise. Good to have you here. This could be a shopper's paradise if you can get me through the lines quicker. How does this work? This is now only on iPhone and only in limited availability, but effectively what it does is you use the camera function of your phone to take a picture of the barcode. Am I getting that right?
Well, actually, it's even better than that. When you walk into a store, you can download the software to your phone. Then you can walk into the aisles and you just wave your phone by each item. And as you wave it by, the phone will automatically recognize the barcode. And then it will ask you if you'd like to purchase the item. You can tap on your phone to read reviews, product information, and actually pay right there on your phone, and you get a confirmation code, which you can show to the store attendees on your way out.
So as I'm going down the aisle at, let's say, a grocery store, let's just choose a grocery store, for example, and I wave the barcode there, it asks me whether I want to put that item in my checkout bag.
That's right.
Or what?
That's right. So your cart on your phone mirrors your cart in real life. So as you add each item into your shopping cart, you would scan it with your phone and tap if you wanted to pay for it or not.
Let me just ask a sensitive question, and it has to do with the data sensitivity here.
Sure.
What are you learning as I, the buyer, go down the aisle? What are you learning about me, and with whom, and how do you share that information with merchants?
Sure. So we're very sensitive about the data, but we do recognize the value for helping retailers make merchandising decisions. So we aggregate the data for the retailer and help them understand the shopping behavior in their stores for the first time. It's kind of like providing an analytics package that you'd see for an online website for an in-store activity.
Well, what retailers are participating in this with you? And how much bigger do you think it will get? I mean, are the retailers embracing it or not?
Yeah, we've actually had a very strong response from the retailers. We chose a local Boston business called Magic Beans for our launch partner. Magic Beans has 4 stores in the Boston area, and they went live this past week. And we've been seeing some great things coming out of the first launch, and are very excited about bringing this into other retailers that are more nationally diverse.
It seems to me it would also, though, if if on a larger scale, say at a supermarket or a larger retailer, might result in some job losses. I mean, if the consumer can basically check themselves out, they don't need that checkout person, right?
Well, actually, I would draw the correlation to self-checkout hardware. So self-checkout's been around for about 15 plus years now, and that hardware costs about $150,000 plus per install in a store. And actually, the retailers, they don't cut back on labor when they put in a self-checkout system. Instead, what they do is they reallocate the labor to other areas in the store so that they can better help customers one-on-one.
Let me ask you one question. It just occurred to me, and it's probably, the answer is probably so simple, and I am so dumb. But let's say I'm walking down the aisle at my grocery store, and I say I want a lot of these Ritz crackers. And so I take 11 boxes of the Ritz crackers, but I don't scan them. How do you catch me?
Well, so
not that I'd ever do this.
No, never.
Sure. Well, we think security is absolutely a very important piece of the system. And again, I'd point at kind of the hardware systems that have had similar kinds of functionality in the past. And what the retailers have done is they check the receipt of the consumer when they're leaving the store. So in your Ritz cracker example with Aisle Buyer, you can either scan the product 11 times to add 11 boxes into your cart, or you can just hit the plus button next to the item, and each item will increment.
But so somebody at the door is going to actually look through my bag to make sure that there aren't things that I have put in there that I did not scan on my receipt?
Right. So what the retailers actually do with hardware in this kind of similar situation is they randomly check receipts. So you may have everything in your cart examined, or you may just have the receipt confirmation code looked at. Depends on the the perception of of whether or not the attendee feels like they need to check the receipt.
Andrew, fascinating. I have no doubt that this or something very much like it is in my future. Good luck with that, Andrew, with that app.
Thank you.
You'd never do it with Ritz crackers. Maybe a couple
No.
bottles of good wine,
Yeah,
though, right?
maybe so.